Hi there, it's Fiona, and I am going to be streaming for you today and giving you the transmissions for From the Dragons because they have something very important to say. And they said it's not what you want to say, Fiona, it's what we want to say. So this was coming through at the weekend. So I'm here to channel through what the dragons want you to understand about what's going on in our times and what you were born for, what you were here for. So, one of the main things that they want to bring through today is what we've been talking about over the last few weeks and few months going into 2025 is that the frequency has changed. You have the analogy was used over the last couple of weeks that you are going from someone who's driving down a country lane, feeling very safe. This is who you are, to being moved now into it's like a different reality. It's moving into a fast stream of traffic. And the human is having a lot of purging, a lot of growth um, symptoms. So there's aches and pains, there's runny noses, there's flu symptoms, there's headaches, there's exhaustion, there's different bowel movements. There's just so many different things that's going on for the human. Now, what the dragons want to say for you is like, we are helping you to be able to operate in this stream of high frequency. So you will not be the same person when you are operating in this stream of high frequency. You will be in this conduit of life force energy, which makes things very, very different for you to be operating in. So we want to be able to help you to operate in this fast stream of energy, of conduit of this life force stream energy that's coming through you. Enable you to do that, you have to understand that the way you operate now is different. It's not from your head, it's from the energy that flows through you. It's your frequency. So what we're going to be arranging through Fiona is helping you to understand how to operate in higher, faster, rapidly manifesting energy. So it's your frequency that has to change. So if you have health issues, what we need you to do is raise your frequency, really say things differently, but feel things differently. So a lot of the people who've been talking about manifesting, law of attraction, a lot of it to do with finances, has really come from being able to set things up in a different way, talk in a different way, visualize certain things in a certain way. But we're talking about you, your energy, your frequency. This is the language of your feelings. So Fiona has been learning this over the last 20 years, and she's really being able to ramp this up to help the manifestations come through. When they don't come through, it's because she doesn't believe it or because she has a problem getting her head out of the way. So the major work is getting your head out of the way, putting your head on straight. So what we need you to do is be able to operate in frequency. That means that you are pulling out all the plugs. You are feeling what the feeling is of the outcome that you want delivered to you. So, how can you get into the frequency of what it is that you want to be delivered, whether it's to do with your health, whether it's to do with your relationships, whether it's to do with your business, whether it's to do with finances, wealth, prosperity? That is the frequency and the feeling. So Fiona was talking about being able to create a different story. Now that's fine, but still it's taking things through your words. If you're looking at your business, if you're looking at your life, it really is how can you get into this, and I just keep being shown to show you this frequency, this flow of energy that is so ramped up, that is just so coming from the new version of you. You will not be the same human when you are operating from frequency. Things will not happen in a slow linear way. So I'm being told again to tell you The people out there who are teaching manifesting, they're still showing you the step by step by step. They're still asking you to clear a lot of stuff away, which is totally necessary. And this is why your body's purging, and why when you're working in high frequency, it is coming through the body as aches and pains and dilemmas, and your worst fears are going to be coming up and coming through, because to operate in high frequency, you need to sort of have got rid of an awful lot of the rubbish that's going on. So when we do these transmissions on a weekly basis, it'll be about your frequency. So you need to be able to think, feel, what card, what message, what transmission do I need to hear right now that will activate my frequency? And this card, this message, this transmission will be an active state for you week on week on week, so that you can alter the frequency that you're in. Now, something has just happened to Fiona. Now, her emails are bouncing back. Her dragon cards are not working on Amazon, and she didn't understand why that was. But what we're showing her here is her frequency has changed. It's up here, but the products that she created are still down here. So what we need her to do is get back in touch with the products, get back in touch with everything, and bring the frequency of that up so that it matches her frequency. You can also look at this as like, you want to be operating here as your outcome. You want to be operating here as your outcome. This is what I want to manifest. This is how I want to live my life. This is where it is. This is what I want to happen. How does it feel? What does it feel in the outcome, the frequency of the outcome? And you, the person, the human, needs to clear away all of this to be at that level. This is when the doors open. This is when things start to happen. This is when opportunities come in and energy starts streaming through. People start coming through that match that frequency and kind of go, now we're cooking with gas. Now we've got it. But what needs to happen here is no complaining, no blaming, no judgment, just clearing away all the thoughts, all the things that you're not happy with in your life. Because what happens with humans is, when you say you want something, you start talking about all the stuff that is still not happening for you at this particular level. And that's why this is blocked. The frequency rise, the jump is blocked. We are going to help you to leapfrog from here to here by just changing your frequency. Now, often when you are in business or when you've got a problem, Fiona talks a lot about the spirit within your business. What happens is that you start working out, well, I want to earn this much, I want to pay my bills, I want to do that. And it's like, oh God, the energy, it's so small, it's so survival. If there is no need to survive, if Fiona retired 20 years ago and she's always been supported, call it by source, by the universe, by God, she doesn't need to worry about the money. But as a human, she worries about the money. She worries about the health of her kids. She worries about her own kids' health. She worries about her home. She worries about her partner. So like the worry is stopping her getting to the frequency. But that's just a human thing. We understand that. That's totally and utterly fine. But what we need to do is just keep leapfrogging and keep clearing out all of the thoughts, all of the feelings. And you can leapfrog that just by getting into the best frequency that you can possibly imagine. And that's why we are giving Fiona the ideas of boss frequency, how to get into the boss frequency. Now, that could be just like, I'm the boss. I've got this sorted out. Nothing could be better than this. I'm the universe's favorite. Nobody can do it better than me. And all that kind of energy where you talk yourself into a really, really good feeling and a frequency. And this will leapfrog you so much faster into the energy. You need to be putting your energy first. You need to put yourself first and stop worrying about what's going on in the news, what other people are saying, all the problems that you're facing, which is soul intervention to clear out the energy. So let's jump into and see what the transmissions and the cards are saying for you today about each week, each day, the energy is ramping up more and more and more and more and more. Okay, so like imagine it as a speed dial on your car. So the energy is getting faster and it will not slow down. So we have to get used to operating in this speed. And this is all love and above speed. This is fast speed. This is high vibrations. Down here is worry and pain and where you've been hurt and heartbreak and financial poverty. Up here is love and above, and the world is working for you. You're having your way with the world. You see, it's completely different. So we are being moved into the new paradigm. What happened in 2025 is the line in the sand, the doors opened, and we chose to be in this side of the world. Like we knew what we came here to do. We knew what we were here for. And now we have to start operating from that perspective. You're here for a bigger purpose. You know that. You were born at this time, especially. Fiona had a session last week, and what came out of there was just like, you were born for this. You were born for this. You were born for this. You need to own who you 100% are and have that coming through your energy, especially if you're in business or if this is what your purpose is, if this is what your mission is. Like, own that frequency of like, I am the best the world can get. You're lucky to be in my energy. That is what we need to be talking about when we get into this boss frequency. Boss, you can see it like I'm the best, or you can see boss frequency. I'm the boss of my frequency. I choose what frequency I want to be in. And that's very much one of the cards, which is Tara. Didn't bring my glasses. Meaning that you get to choose, you choose from here or you choose from here, what energy you will be in for the rest of the day, the rest of your life. You will be a new person. You can start seeing that you look at yourself differently, you act differently, you walk differently. You are in the energy of being your sovereign, the sovereign soul. So you're allowing your soul to come all the way through to guide you. So is there anything else that the dragon got to say? No, get on with the cards. All right, okay, so Fiona's been told, get on with the cards. Let's see what the cards are saying to you this week. The messages, the transmissions about the energy and how to step into that energy, and why we're going to be talking more and more and more about your frequency. How can you leapfrog over everything that's going pear-shaped as a human expression, and we can get into what is actually really happening and how you can really ramp that up. Oops, there we go. All right, so, and the first card number 1 is Tara. Let's see what Tara wants to say to you about how we operate in this higher frequency. I know, I just keep doing this every single time. Number 15. Okay. Okay. Ding. So evolution is the revolution of mastering your own feelings, mastering the energy that you are in. There is a temptation to take this shift in this evolution of mastering your feelings as tremendously serious. Take care to notice whatever the situation and find yourself the observer, and allow a glimmer of humour to be woven into each of these situations. Humour, playfulness, cheeky, fun. It has a much higher vibe. Your evolution as a population on the planet at this specific time, and you know that's why you are here, that we the dragons are here to assist you with, is to experience the full transmission into this next paradigm. And we are already moving into this next paradigm. And it is a revolution and a shift into knowing that you are safe to feel. Consciously aware. A multi-sensory soul and human being. It is considered to be a big step. However, how would it be to consider this as so much more fun? An adventure. And can you see that it's a game that you can play after all? It's a game of stepping into a new playful environment where everybody's friendly, where everybody's showing you what you've got held in your in your cells, in your body, is energy. Is like, do you know what, I'm just reflecting back to you your beautiful attitude, or I'm reflecting back to you something that needs to be cleared up. I'm reflecting back to you. So evolution is a revolution of mastering your own feelings, being the boss of your frequency. Look out, because I've got something coming up in May that is really going to help you to shift your energy, and that will help you boost your health, boost your finances, and boost everything else, because it will leapfrog you in your frequency. So the revolution of allowing your feelings to flow and infiltrate you is an ancient instinctive knowledge, and you have a simple and easy access to all of this. This knowledge is actively being used and has been used by people who are in touch with the land, who communicate with other species such as animals and plants, and read the stars and can predict changes and locate the lost. Now, you've heard of me talking about how I found my son's scooter keys or something like that, by tuning into this frequency, by tuning into this conduit that we get to sit in and walk in. It makes so much a simpler and very colourful life, rather than the struggle of remaining in the shades of grey and the lower vibrations, accepting what you believe is all that's available for you, with all of the mediocre, mundane obligations of living in the monochrome average life, narrow bandwidth life, fighting to survive and being so serious. Stepping into the life and light of all the colours and having that wash over you with the feelings that it is a wonderful, fully available life, so great to be alive. It is a rebellious revolution that is awaiting you. We can feel it with everybody who steps through the coloured rainbow filter, stepping boldly into being a playfully and creation and understanding the energy shift of their vibration and the positive consequences therein. Yes, okay, so then naturally some people will step back in, and later on they will step forward again and more fully, oscillating and flip-flopping between the worlds with one foot in each world, because the human resists being in such great frequency. I remember somebody said to me at one point, God, Fiona, that must be so exhausting to be so happy all the time, to be working on your frequency all the time. On the contrary, it actually makes life so much easier. Imagine or remember a remembrance of how much love is flowing through your body. If you can remember when you really fell in love with something, you could fall in love with a country, fall in love with a house, fall in love with someone or something, and you know just like how high you're vibing. Now, tell me that you were aware that you found car parking spaces, or money came to you, or people booked your retreat, or people booked into your courses. Your frequency is everything. It is not going through the stages of linear, and because most people out there who are teaching about manifesting and creating are still taking you through linear steps. What the way of rapidly altering your frequency is this lane of traffic that we're in right now. Like that, I just keep being given that as the analogy. The lane of traffic that you're in is about changing your frequency. So we've gone from, I keep getting these images, we've gone from pootling down the country lanes to going down the slip road, going, oh my God, here it's coming. It's like going down a birth canal. Now we're in the slow lane of the motorway, but it is fast. But we need to get our speed up and know how to operate. That's why you're in the slow lane. It's like in the safe lane. It's like, oh, okay, there's still a slip road off here, and I could still go, yeah, there you go. I could still go back off the slip road and kind of go around the roundabout and kind of go, oh, okay, fine. Reconfigure, learn a little bit more, practice a little bit more, and then get back on that slow lane again. So this is what I'm being shown as where we are right now when we are practicing to run everything from your frequency. Your frequency is everything. So if you want to be able to manifest and go forward and do things in a different way, if you want to channel, if you want to sort of, ramp up your business and find the people, it's not in the mediocre and the average language that you would normally use. It is like you are powerfully exuding this confidence, and you would know exactly who you are. You know exactly why you're here. And you put that out, and it's nothing mediocre about you, because you know that you've had past lives, your soul is absolutely incredible, and you can do this. That is what is being, I'm being told, that is what's being taken away from you, is the mediocre and the lousy. All right, so that was card number 1. Let's move on to card number 2 and see what the dragons want to transmit to you if you felt that a message coming through number 2 would be really helpful for you next week. This week, rather. Okay, message number 2. Got an early. Didn't get an actual. Right, we have to trust these messages as they come through. That is the best thing that you can hear for yourself. So, number 2, Seraphina. This is exactly what we need to hear, and this is what we are talking about. So, aligned to the energy, you are a powerful conductor of energy. Aligned to the frequency that you are in, this expanding, broadening spectrum of frequency. If I just keep blipping out, it's because I'm reading the images. I'm reading the frequency that I'm being told. Seraphina says, aligned to the energy, you are a powerful conductor of energy. And if you're conducting energy, if you're conducting the orchestra, you are setting things up and you're putting things out there. You're putting things into play so that opportunities line up for you for exactly what it is that the life that you came here as a spirit to experience. I've never said things like this before. So letting the dragons flow through me is so much fun. Number 8, Seraphina. Oh, okay. Here we go. Feel into this with all of your body. Feel the frequency that's running through the message, rather than just listening to the words, but let it land in a whole bodied experience for you. Aligned to the energy, you are a powerful conductor of energy. You have been through an era of seriousness, survival, and it has got you very stuck in a routine of trying to figure things out and struggling, thinking over and analysing every little thing. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to think. I don't know how to feel. You are far too precious to still be struggling like this. This is the time for aligning with the playfulness, the fun and the pleasure, and knowing that you are a powerful conductor of energy, which is needed to bring in and about your creations, and that you just go into that as much as you possibly could. Oh my God. I'm never surprised what cards come through, but it is absolutely on point with every single thing that we are in the theme of this week, the transmissions that we are in the theme of this week. You are a powerful energy conductor. You feel energy. You produce and circulate energy. And just like the trees on the planet, which are similar conduits and conductors of energy, you are no different from the trees. You have access to tremendous power running through your energetic grounding roots. Your body is a conductor that acts like a barometer of your energy. You complete the circuit as the energy goes up and through you into the sky, then loops down through you as a conductor and through the earth, moving energy and information from the earth through your core back up into the heavens and the galaxies and beyond, and then drawing back down through you everything that you want to create. That's in your mind's eye. With your imagination, your feelings as directed power to your fingertips is incredible. You have magic. You have magic that allows you to create the world around you. These are the messages. Using your imagination, you can alter and playfully change your character and develop a character who you want to be in the next phase of your life. This is a strong practice, and you can add in so many details to this character that you really want to see yourself become. To see, imagine, and feel what you are and who you are as this character will be doing in the next phase of your life. So how are you going to be walking? How are you going to be talking? Do that as your action. So next time you go for a walk or you drive your car, it's like, oh, who am I today? How am I working out this? Like, how am I working this through my body so that I can feel the frequency of this? And that's how you bring about the change that you want to happen. It's all a game of aligning and directing your energy that circulates like a living current inside you. Oh my God, I'm just being reminded of a dream now, like the electricity current that runs through you. Your frequency is absolutely, they just keep saying to me, it's everything. If you can raise your current, if you can get into the current of that energy. It's a game of changing your energy of how you feel. It's a game of changing your energy's frequency. It's all a game of changing what you think and to keep upgrading how you feel. Keep practicing, keep adding in more details and enjoy the fun with it all the time. It's a matter of playtime, playfulness, stepping into who you want to be, acting that character out. Pick a character and be the character. All right, that's enough of that. I think we get the picture for that. So moving on now to card number 3. No idea what's going to pop out of the pack there. But if you felt that 3 was a message you needed to hear, let's get into that and see what the frequency of number 3 is going to teach you and ask you to move into this week. So we're pulling out the dragon card that is going to give you the message. Okie dokie. Wow. Okay, so number 57. This is quite an advanced card, but the message is very powerful. Okay, here we go. Oops. Utopia. Utopia means that you are potentially in a new paradigm. You've chosen it. You want to move through into this. And now when you're in utopia, it's all more about your frequency than anything else. Let's see what she has to say about this. Multi-sensory human, expanding consciously, constantly changing and having fresh new insights. That means you are open, you are aware, you are noticing what you notice. Let's see what the card brings through and what we can translate that as being. You are always expanding and adding in new experiences, growing and expanding, constantly changing and having new insights. You are not ever meant to remain the same forever, but like a plant, you grow, you expand, you change, new seasons. You are here to create new experiences, to want more and have more space to grow. Like you need to repot a plant every now and again. I remember doing a business reading for someone and I just saw this cracked clay pot around her and she was cracking out of that and the roots needed more expansion. She needed to expand. Who you are today builds on your core self, but through new eyes and with a freshness and new elaborate expansive feelings. You grow to see a new perspective on an old situation and observe the world from a new place. And imagine if you looked at a situation that you were in, but you could sort of step off it and look down on it, or look at it from the left, or look at it from the right. You're looking at it from a different perspective. How can you see the situation, the soul's intervention, whatever's going on in your life? How can you see your soul's intervention as a reflection of what you feel on the inside? If you have a beautiful attitude on the inside, if you see everything as wondrous and beautiful and childlike and playful, the world will respond to you. What you will see and be reflected back to you is playfulness, is excitement, is um, just a beautiful attitude. People will have a beautiful attitude. Your work, your business, life will have a beautiful attitude. If you see from fear, if you have worry, that will be reflected back to you by the outside circumstances. So your inner world creates your outer world. There you go. All right. You grow to see new perspectives on an old situation and observe the world from a new place. You see with new eyes and hear with new ears. You feel remarkably different inside now. You are on this world as you walk about and through your day, but not of this world, as you engage from a peaceful, contented place, lifted off from the low vibrations and the density of being human with too many worries. It's a whole different world to experience as one has been seen the light. Experience various colour filters from under the rainbow and has let go of the ties to the world and lifted off. A whole new world is available from living from outside influencing you to how your inner world affects your perspective and how that comes back to you from the outside world. So when you're having your way with the world, it's because it's reflection of how you feel about the world, how you feel about people. I've told this story before. So my eldest son, when he was about 6 or 7, was very, very angry, very angry. He was being bullied at school, which was a reflection of his anger. So, and I was like really, really worried about him. I didn't know what I could do to change him. I tried tapping, I tried all sorts of different things. And in the end, I heard, you need to change your story about him. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. The only one who can change this is me. So I told a different story about him. Instead of him, I was like, oh, he's such a sweet boy. He's so willing. He's so helpful. Mummy, is there anything I can do for you before I go to sleep? Or can I clear this up for you? I've done my homework, and he used to be a nightmare at dinner time, and he was just eating his dinner and he was just really happy and telling stories. So I changed my story about him. I felt my frequency change in the story that I told about him. Within a week, I was putting him to bed and I had tears in my eyes. He goes, Mummy, why are you crying? I was like, because I've got my little boy back. Because my story changed. I was no longer saying, oh my God, he's so angry, he's so hurt, he's so. I was saying, what a gorgeous person this is, what a gorgeous energy, how clever, how smart, how helpful. He's doing his homework, everything's working out really well. And the more I told that story, the more he changed and became that. So your inner world changes your outer world. That is what Utopia is telling you today. We are now going to move on to card number 4. Please look out. There is something really, really valuable coming from the dragons for you to help you change and shift, working in this fast lane, working in these high frequencies. You're going to be more emotional. You're going to have more going on in your mind. Your biggest fears are going to come up. We need to learn how to operate from your frequency in these faster, broader streams of energy. Yes, you're in now a faster moving energy, and you have to learn how to operate from that. So you need a protective bubble around you. So just look out for that. I'm going to be sharing that in it's around the 22nd of May, 23rd of May. I'm being told to put this out. And I'm calling it the boss frequency. So sign up for that. Make sure that you're on the mailing list for that, because it's really going to shift you into being able to operate from higher frequency. I'm going to keep talking about this because this is what the dragons are telling us, how life will be so much easier to move into this new paradigm and not get so snarled up in being so human. Let's just try again. Number 4. If you've had things going on for you in your health, or I had a lady the other day, and she was things just started happening around her, She said she walked into her office the other day and there was boom, there was a book just like massively laid on the center of the carpet. And she was like, there's no way that that fell off there. Like, how did that happen? So paranormal things are going to be starting happening in your world. You'll see more, you'll have a wider spectrum, you'll heal more, you'll feel more. This is the whole point of living in higher frequencies, that you understand that the invisible world is becoming visible and you get to see it. Anyway, so by deciphering what this book was all about, what it meant to her, we got the message. So this is what I want to be able to share with you over and over and over again. Okay, so the fourth card that came out is Bloom. She is all about play. She's all about amplifying, ramping up how you feel. So let's just see what she has to say for us today. And the message is card number 44. These are my dragon cards. When I had, I think about 12 interviews with a dragon called Seraphina, who was the matriarch for this dragon set. And these are all the messages that came through, and these will be created into a transcription of these particular interviews. So, Bloom. Consciously living, expanding your conscious horizons. All right, amplify, 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 stretch, expand, open your heart. All right, let's see what's going on here. Anybody who chose to hear the message and transmission from number 4, listen not just with your ears and with your head, but listen with your whole body consciousness. See the stories that pop up in your mind. Notice what you notice. Have you felt high recently? Receiving a glimpse of what energy state is possible for you. Consciously living is when you have that conscious feeling that your energy has leveled up. You feel almost high on your own energy supply. Everything is working out well and you have a feeling of being a winner, having the Midas touch. Absolutely, this is your frequency. This is your boss frequency. You are in charge. You are deciding what you want to feel and have the world respond to that feeling. This is a way to tune in with yourself as a consciousness. It is a far more alive, vibrant feeling than just saying that I'm happy. There is a specific conscious flow all through the day, like a moving meditation practice, that is just not sitting still under a tree and doing nothing, but really expanding your consciousness, your frequency, to know what you feel when you feel it. Stop, look and listen. Practice to know what energy passes through you and what energy has entered into your aura space. Remember, your aura space can be, your span of your spectrum, your energy spectrum, can be all around you in a big bubble. Now, this is your protection bubble. It's like, I'm only open for joy, I'm only open for love, I'm only open for happiness, like in this bubble. So nothing can get that close to you because you're in this particular bubble of what you want to experience. Don't know why I was told to tell you that. To know what you feel when you feel it. Practice to know what energy passes through this particular aura space, what energy has entered your aura space. For example, you have a way to move through these altered states between being more relaxed, safe, trust, secure, a safe feeling place, and then consciously you alter your state. Next, you experience yourself having no fun at all. Just mundane, lousy, average, shades of grey, survival mode, busy, busy, busy. And then you can raise your standard again of energy and consciously again living in incredible amounts of fun and joy, and everything is happening just perfectly to support you. You're prosperous. You've got the best physical state ever. This is all coming from the chosen frequency that you have decided to live in, love and above. And this is how your world can then operate going forward. Being able to understand and recognize those valuable feelings of state moment to moment and how the energy feels and affects you. You're being invited to see when you are feeling the frequency of hurt, when you are expanding into anger, and when you are feeling content, when you are feeling love. I mean, this is around 528 kilohertz love, that it's always moving and changing, and you can go into it whenever you want. And the difference of feeling genuine gratitude. So you get to name them, and you be able to feel and recognize these feelings within your body. Whew. Imagine that you're driving along this slow lane of the motorway because you've just come from pootling along and accepting mediocre, and now you've gone through the slip road, you're driving onto the slow lane of the motorway, and everything's beginning to speed up. And you're like, oh my God, what am I feeling now? What am I feeling now? What am I feeling now? Oh, what am I feeling now? Like, you get to choose. I'm feeling safe. I'm feeling comfortable. I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling incredible. I'm feeling healthy. I'm feeling wealthy. I'm feeling prosperous. I'm feeling love, but another car might go past you, and you might pick up their energy, go, oh, okay. So you are getting to operate from your feelings, from your frequency. And that's the most valuable thing that you can do, to know what you're feeling and then kind of go, why would I want to feel that? I don't want to feel that. Is that coming from me? So you ask your question. No, that's not coming from me. Is that coming from someone else? Yep, that's coming from someone else. Therefore, it's nothing to do with me, nothing to do with you. So we'll just let that go. We'll just let that go. Just let that car overtake you. All right, fine. Just overtake that car. Okay, fine. That's how easy it should be to move through the different frequencies of energy. Let's just see if I'm guided to read anything else to you. So you get to name them, be able to feel and recognize them within your body. So your body, your intuitive body, is a very feeling barometer of what is going on around you, and you're feeling it, and then you just need to be able to understand, what is it that I'm feeling? So there's a conscious decision during the day, like, what am I feeling? Is that mine? Nope. Is it someone else's? Yep. So I don't need to feel it then. All right. Okay, so then you can just let that wash off you. Just let that car overtake you on the motorway, and you overtake it. You go over a bridge and you think, okay, fine. Well, that was yesterday, and today's a different day. All right. Okay, so you can also set up your day and ask for the amount of energy that you need to get through your day, knowing what you have to deal with during the day, and be very conscious as you ask for it. Be very conscious of what you need. All right, this is interesting. This is what I'm being shown to show you. So, for example, if you are setting up your day at the beginning of the day, you might think, okay, right, I've got a meeting to go through today. I want that to sort of pass very easily. I'm only open for joy. I'm only open for good negotiations. I'm only open for wins. I'm only open for a win-win situation. So we both walk away happy with this. I'm only open for great people coming to look at my house. I'm only open for great, friendly, beautiful attitude people to come and rent my studio. I'm only open for really gifts. I'm only open for having excitement. I'm only open for spontaneity. So what is it, when you set up your day, that you want to experience? You create the magic for every single practical thing that happens during your day. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that wants to come through today from the dragons. So this is a different way of me reading the cards. This is what I was shown to do for you from now on. These particular transmissions come from the dragon energy, which is invisible to a lot of people and not invisible to a lot of other people. My dragons are specifically here to help you function in higher frequency energy. As we move into the new paradigm, we're not working in the problem paradigm anymore, trying to fix things and trying to go through that with a linear way of dealing with it. And how do we manifest this? And like, okay, what are all the steps that I need to do? What the dragons want to show you now is, because you're in this fast lane of energy, that you alter your frequency. You jump in, you leapfrog into the frequency of, and you remain in that for as long as you can, and practice just being in that great energy, and having a great day, enjoying your life, seeing all the joy, all the wondrousness, all the excitement, all the, okay, I'm being shown, it's a playground. Like if you're going out to play, oh, I'm going out to play today. Could Fiona come out to play today? going out into the playground and enjoying the hell out of your life, being cheeky, having images of like you just like sliding through and going dancing and going skateboarding or roller skating, just like, you know what, I'm going to have fun with today. And that's it. That's my energy today. I'm going to have fun with it. Because sitting down and trying to work things through and like what's on your list, your energy has to come first. Let's see if there's anything else in this transmission that needs to be brought through. No. Apart from the fact you have a bigger purpose and you were born for this and this is what you were here for. And the dragons want to really help you leapfrog into this. They call it the boss frequency. There must be some analogy for the BOSS. No bullshit and no BS. So yeah, you're too precious for that. So leapfrogging into this boss frequency. So keep an eye out for that. I've been asked to produce that later on in May. So have fun with your day. Hope these readings are helping you move forwards and understand how you operate from now on. 2025, big change this year. You are not going to be the same person if you choose to change the frequency that you operate in. If you want any more information, if you want to know how to do that, if you want to step into your frequency, if you want to understand how that works with your business, the spirit of your business coming through your business, talking to you, having a reading, this is all of what I'm about. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to help you move forward to make everything so much easier for you.